Coming up tonight on Primetime Local News, the Esso Cup continued last night with the Steelers needing a win to qualify for the semifinals. Plus, Wainwright held their trade show today after an 8-year hiatus. And our weekly edition of What's Happening.
Primetime Local News, serving the Lakeland and Midwest regions.
Hi there and welcome to Primetime Local News. I'm Jackson Fontaine. Thank you for joining me. A trade show is taking place in Wainwright over the weekend for the first time in 8 years. Arlene Hoffert has more on the Chamber Trade Expo.
For the first time since 2017, businesses from Wainwright and area are displaying booths, advertising and selling their products or services at the Peace Memorial Multiplex for the Chamber Trade Expo.
Yeah, we've had an 8-year hiatus. 2017 was the last show, so yeah, we're in a bit of a rebuilding phase, but we're really happy with the response we've had from the area and Wainwright. We had a really good showing of cross-section of lots of different businesses in the area, so yeah, it should be a really good show.
The show features many local exhibitors promoting their products and services, all of whom believe that supporting local business owners and entrepreneurs is vital to the community.
It helps us to know what's available locally. Of course, we like supporting local as much as we can, but sometimes we just don't know who's local and what they have to offer. So events like this really kind of promote the community.
I'm a big supporter of trying to support community events, community business, local, and it's more just being able to get out there and show people, hey, we're in town here.
Wainwright and District Chamber of Commerce Executive Director Quentin Gruno says there is something at the show for everyone, including a kids zone and a place for their parents to relax.
There's lots of fun stuff for the kids to do. We have a whole area designated just for the kids, and so lots of activities down here for the kids to do. We've got the chamber patio where the folks can sit and have a drink and put a load off and still watch their kids while they're playing, sort of thing. So there's lots of food, lots of drink, and lots of good stuff to see. So
admission for the Trade Expo is $2 per person. Children under 2 get in for free. Lane Hoffert, Primetime Local News.
The Esso Cup continues over the weekend, and a special production of Cinderella is planned for the Vic Juba Community Theatre next week. Heather Klages has more in this week's edition of What's Happening.
It's been great to see so many talented hockey players right here at the Esso Cup. And the Esso Cup, it continues tomorrow here in Lloydminster. And make sure you stop by the Family Fun Zone if you're headed out to the Esso Cup. You've got a chance to see some fantastic local talent on stage at the Vic Juba Community Theatre next week. Center Stage Studios is proud to present Rodgers and Hammerstein's Cinderella, the Youth Edition. They'll bring that great story to life on stage, and you've still got time to get your tickets. Tickets are selling quickly. There's performances next Friday night and then coming up next Saturday as well. So don't wait, get your ticket now to see some great local talent. VicJubaTheatre.ca. When you head out to a garage sale, you never know what neat items you might find. Maybe it'll be a giant game for your yard, or maybe it'll be a board game that you can play at the lake. But get set for an amazing garage sale. The Rotary Club of Vermilion is accepting donations this weekend for their annual garage sale, which starts on Thursday, May the 1st. So whether you're browsing for an item for your home, something for the cabin up at the lake, or you're just looking to see what treasures might be at that garage sale, get ready to check it out starting on Thursday, May 1st. And the great part, the Rotary Club of Vermilion, they're dedicated to supporting the community. So the funds they raise, they'll reinvest those back into the community. That huge garage sale, it runs Thursday, May 1st to Saturday, May 3rd in Vermilion. And the City of Lloydminster's Easter egg hunt, it wraps up this weekend. There's still time for you to take part. Head online, lloydminster.ca/egg hunt. That's where you'll find the list of clues to where all the Easter egg hunt stickers are hidden. I mean, there's supposed to be one here at the downtown garden, but I haven't found it yet, and I've been looking all over. So I hope you have better luck than I do. Once again, all the details online at lloydminster.ca. Well, whatever you choose to do this weekend, we hope you stay safe and stay healthy. Now, where is that egg?
What's Happening is brought to you by Northern Factory Workwear, Circle Drive East, Saskatoon, and Highway 17 South, Lloydminster.
Now joined here with our Lane Hofford. And Lane, we just kind of continue to have those nice weather.
We sure do. It's looking like today and tomorrow both going to be some very nice days. We're expecting a warm weekend. It will cool off a little bit on Sunday, but we'll get some rain to make up for it. But yeah, for now, right now in Lloyd, just a beautiful day outside. You know, not a lot of clouds or anything. That wind is quite strong, but that is just kind of the norm around here. We got you know, plus 19 weather and 43-kilometer-an-hour wind, but that wind actually isn't having a huge effect on the temperature outside. It still feels like plus 19, so overall quite a beautiful day out in Lloydminster, and a beautiful day elsewhere too. You can see a lot of very similarly high temperatures in Lac La Biche and Edmonton. It's 21. Cold Lake and Bonnyville as well as Marwayne are all at 20, and then St. Paul, Vegreville, Vermilion, Wainwright, Provost, and of course here in Lloyd, all at 19. Over in Saskatchewan, once again, just a beautiful day, I guess, around both provinces. In Isle Cross, Green Lake, and Meadow Lake, as well as in North Battleford, it's plus 20, and in St. Walburg, Maidstone, and Macklin, 19. Now tonight in North Battleford, it's going to drop quite a bit from that plus 20. It's just going to be plus 3. It will still be a clear night, and there won't be a whole lot of wind compared to, I guess, what we're experiencing right now, and no chance of any rain or snow or anything, so it should just be a nice clear night, I guess, if you want to go outside and look at those stars and everything. Now tomorrow in North Battleford, it's going to get up to 21. It'll be a cloudier day and mild with that wind at 20 kilometers an hour. So a similar day, I guess, to what we had here in Lloydminster today, just with more clouds and less wind. Now tonight in Cold Lake, it's going to get down to plus 4. It'll be a mainly clear night with that wind blowing at 17 kilometers an hour. Once again, a next to zero chance of any sort of precipitation happening, so we won't see any rain overnight in Cold Lake. Tomorrow in Cold Lake, it's going to get up to 21. Very similar day to North Battleford. A cloudier day with not as much wind as we got today in Lloydminster. Just one of those mild days. Now tonight in Lloyd, it's going to get down to plus 3. Very clear night, and that wind is going to die down from the 43 it is right now to just 19. Now taking a look at tomorrow's forecast. At 6 a.m. it'll be sunny. It'll be plus 3, and then that's going to get up to plus 16 at noon, and then plus 20 at 6 p.m. And those clouds are going to build up throughout the day before they die off at midnight, and it'll be plus 11. Now taking a look at our 3-day forecast, tomorrow will be turning cloudy and warm with that high of 21 and only going down to plus 2. You can see a few clouds darting in here and there. And then on Sunday, it'll be a cooler day with a high of plus 8, and there's going to be a 59% chance of a shower in the morning. Then Monday will be a sunnier and milder day with a high of plus 13. So we do have quite a nice weekend ahead, and then a good start to next week. That is your first look at our evening weather. We'll have more news after the break.
It was an important game last night at the Civic Centre as the Lloydminster PWM Steelers took on the team from Quebec. I have more on the big game. A tightly contested battle saw the Steelers up 1 after 1 when a shot from Esme Loney trickled in past Emile Lebreu. In the second, it was Quebec scoring 2 quick goals by Steelers goaltender Harley Houle, but 3 unanswered goals by the host team capped off with a shorthanded goal gave the girls some breathing room heading into the final frame.
Obviously, we got off to a really good start. Outshot them 10-4 in the first period. Kind of had all the momentum going, and we just kind of got into some penalty trouble again. And it kind of deflates us a little bit and sets us back on our heels. But then when we called the timeout, we got our mojo back going, and we took a 4-2 lead. Other than a wicked backhand goal by Micah Gauthier, the Steelers tightened up on D, and with a minute left in the game, got a late goal to secure the win and a spot in the Esso Cup semifinals.
We've been really resilient through the whole thing, and even, in our own league, losing out first round obviously was kind of a big slap in the face, and just, we're just a very resilient team, and we work hard. We work our butts off for everything we get, so I think, just work hard, keep working. The Steelers will have their work cut out for them in the semis, as they will be taking on the Edmonton Junior Oilers, who went 5-0 in the preliminary round
including a 2-1 win over the Steelers on Monday.
Oilers are a very, very well coached team, and they skate well and they move the puck well, so we got to kind of match their energy and make sure that we keep everything on the outside and make sure we're on them as soon as they got the puck, right? So we got to force them.
I think a lot of people thought that we weren't even going to stand a chance in this tournament, and I think we proved a lot of people wrong, and hopefully we keep working. I think we can beat the Oilers. I think a lot of people believe that, so yeah.
Jackson Fontaine, Primetime Local News. The Lloydminster and District Soccer Association is putting on a new event in the fall called Walking Soccer. Arlene Hofford has more on a more accessible version of a common sport.
I'm joined here today with Dana Johnston from the Lloydminster and District Soccer Association. You guys are putting on Walking Soccer this year, and that sounds like pretty self-explanatory, but I'll get you to maybe just go a little bit more in depth about what that is and who it's for.
Soccer is a new initiative for the Lloydminster and District Soccer Association, something that we're hoping to launch this fall, and it's for seniors and those with mobility issues. Just a little bit, like you say, slower paced soccer. The key is that you can't run, you have to walk, and yeah, just a little bit slower paced, but still has the team aspect and the camaraderie and all that.
Awesome. And yeah, why don't you just tell me a little bit about maybe the importance of having something like Walking Soccer for those who are seniors or are struggling with their mobility?
Right. So I think a part of it is just that so many people play those team sports and then maybe they have an injury and or they slow down a little bit and they're not able to do the running soccer, the regular soccer, but they still miss that team aspect and they miss that using their skills, because you can still use your skills even more in walking soccer, right? Because you're not running. And so just gives them that opportunity to do those things in a friendly atmosphere with friends and former colleagues and teammates. So, yeah.
All right, and you guys are holding a little bit of a demo for Walking Soccer on April 30th. Why don't you just give me a few more of the details about what that all entails?
Sure. So on April 30th, we're going to have a launch Come and Try It event at the Service Sports Center at 11 o'clock. You don't have to pre-register. Come bring your indoor shoes, a water bottle. We'll have some coffee and some donuts. And we'll have a representative from SAS Soccer, as well as some board members from the Lloyd District Soccer Association. And you'll have a chance to play it. You'll have a chance to watch it, and you'll get a feel for it. And then hopefully you'll have an interest in joining us in the fall when we hope to have a regular drop-in league start.
And so obviously the regular season for this will be in the fall. Why don't you just kind of give me a rough timeline and what people can expect from this regular season of Walking Soccer?
Yeah, so we will have a sign-up sheet for people that are maybe new to it, and they can drop off their information, and then as a date is selected, it'll probably be a weekday morning to start out with, 1 day a week in the fall. We'll run a September to December time frame for a season, and then we'll also run one from January to March, late March. The fee is pretty minimal. It's will be a $5 fee probably for your registration, and then a $10 fee overall, so like $10 to play for a whole season, and that includes your player insurance through SAS Soccer. So I don't think you can get a better deal than that to play once a week for multiple weeks. Yeah, so yeah.
All right, and anybody interested in learning maybe a little bit more about Walking Soccer, is there anywhere that they can go to, maybe register and find more information?
Yeah, so we have a website at lloydsoccer.com. There is a tab on there for Walking Soccer, so they could reach out there. They could also reach out to lloydsoccer@gmail.com. Or hotmail.com, sorry. And yeah, that's on the website as well. So there's a bunch of information on the website, or yeah, come out on the 30th, and we, like I said, we'll have lots of board members there to have lots of information for you, and we really hope you come join us, try it out.
All right, and is there any other similar programs to this maybe throughout Saskatchewan or Alberta?
I just think it's a really great initiative. I think presently there's walking soccer leagues that occur in Regina and in Saskatoon. So I think we'd be the third walking soccer association, and it's for anybody who wants to come and try it and doesn't want to run or maybe isn't able to run and just wants to get out and enjoy that soccer. Come and try it, and yeah, we'd love to have you.
All right, and those are all the questions I have for you today, Dana. Thanks a lot for taking the time to join here and tell me a little bit about walking soccer.
Yeah, and thank you for having us, and we hope to see everybody on the 30th, okay?
Now take a quick look at your pets of the day.
Send photos of your pet and their name to have them featured on Pet of the Day.
The grand opening of the Strathcona Performing Arts Centre is planned for next week. Stacey Comer has more on what this means for the community of Bonnyville and all of the Lakeland area.
There is a big event happening in the Lakeland next week. It's something that has been taken quite a while to get together, but it's so worth it now. And it is the grand opening of the Bonnyville Strathcona Performing Arts Centre. Clayton Bellamy is here. Clayton, you have been the driving force behind this from the beginning. So first of all, congratulations.
Well, thank you so much. It's a pleasure to be able to speak to you today about this monumental event. 3 years in the making, and being the face of the organization is kind of, it's been a life-changing experience for me, but there's been so many hands to help make this light work, and it hasn't been light work, but so many people involved that to make this dream a reality. And I couldn't be happier to celebrate it with all of them on Wednesday, on the 30th of April.
Well, tell me about the center, Clayton. What is the vision for it? What do you see happening? I know that you've had some events in it already, but what is the grand plan for this?
We really want this theater to be the hub of the arts in the Lakeland. It is not just a Bonnyville theater, it is a regional theater for all our area and our supporters in Cold Lake, in Lac La Biche, and St. Paul, all of these areas. We want to be coming together to experience the arts here in Bonnyville.
Well, I know that there is a committee who will be bringing events to the theater itself, but another option too, and I think maybe this is something that people don't think about, is that if you want to host an event, you can actually rent the theater as well.
Absolutely. Yeah, we have the Kryla Ukrainian dancers this weekend. They've rented the theater. We've got Fame Dance Studio has also rented the theater, and to get us on our feet. So people can take advantage of the facility on their own, or just support by coming to a show and taking in the state-of-the-art system that we have in there. It was we're looking at if we had to build this from the ground up, a $5.5 million building that we're currently in. But we've nearly crested our goal of $2.7 million to raise, and I think we're about $600,000 away from having the theater paid off.
So what are ways that people can support this theater outside of the traditional ways that you would think? Can people just generally make donations if they would like?
Absolutely. They can make a donation to the foundation, the Clayton Bellamy Foundation. They could purchase a name on a seat if they'd like to, and have their name or their business on one of the backs of the seats in the theater. Or our annual gala and golf event is happening again this year, where we have a bunch of celebrities come in and perform, and we auction them off to the highest bidder to go and golf. We have $1 million golf hole-in-one contest. So all of that's going to be taking place again this year on August 29th and 30th. So that's going to continue to be our main fundraiser, to not only to pay off the theater, but to help subsidize staffing the theater, and along with our mandates to do, we have a bursary that sends kids to secondary education in the arts, and we're also doing music schools in the summer. So we want to support that through our foundation work, through the golf and gala, and that's one way that people can support.
You touched on it a little bit earlier, Clayton, the volunteers that are needed for a project like this, really from the ground up. So how important have those people been to getting this to where we are for next week, having the grand opening?
Integral. This would not have happened without the long hours of arduous work, filing and filling out forms and showing up time and time again with our board members and our community volunteers, and our community supporters, the businesses that have every year come to the table with a donation for it, for the gala and golf, or helped us along the way. That none of this would have happened. This community has inspired me so much. It's like I said, it's changed me in ways that I never thought would, I'm so proud of the people in this community and the work that they put in to make this happen.
So Clayton, let's just talk about the opening itself. This event is free of charge and you have a lot of exciting things planned for it.
Absolutely. The show is free of charge. You can just show up. It starts at 4 o'clock at the BCHS High School. That's where the theater is. Or you can go online at bonnievilletheater.com and reserve your seats. We're going to have a wine and cheese event and a ribbon cutting. We're going to hear from a couple of our local MLAs, and Minister Furr is going to speak. And we're also got some very special guests who've traveled a long way to perform for us. So it's going to be an incredible night. We're going to a light and sound display. So, and of course, a tour of the theater. So it's going to be a fun event, and we encourage everyone to come out, take pictures, and tell your friends, because we want everyone to know that the theater is open now, and we're ready to bring arts to the Lakeland.
Well, I know that there are a lot of people involved in this, but Clayton, you've also been in there from the beginning. So congratulations once again. So exciting for you, and good luck with the grand opening. Once again, that's Wednesday from 4 until 6, or probably a little bit later. I'm guessing there'll be a few stragglers that stick around. So good luck with everything next week as well.
Thank you so much.
Coming up after the break, we'll get another look at the weather.
Welcome back. It's time to take a second look at your evening weather. Right now in Lloydminster, it's plus 19. Quite a nice day out, except we do have a lot of that prairie wind that's blowing at 39 kilometers an hour. Fortunately, though, it doesn't have much effect on the temperature, so it feels like 19, and it is 19. They both match. And around the area, everywhere is about the same temperature-wise. In Jasper, it's 19. Athabasca, Cold Lake, Whitecourt, Edson, Rocky Mountain House, and Red Deer are all at 20. And Edmonton is at 21. Much of the same in Saskatchewan and Melfort, it's 18. And then Meadow Lake, Prince Albert, and North Battleford all at 20. And Saskatoon, 19. Up north is finally warmed up a little bit, it looks like. In Uranium City and Stony Rapids, as well as Wolston Lake, it's plus 14. South End, Reindeer, and Flin Flon at 17, and La Loche and Buffalo Narrows both at plus 20. In Fort Chipewyan, it's 16, High Level 18, Fort McMurray 23, Peace River and Grand Prairie 20, and Slave Lake just at 10. Now, moving down south in Coronation and Banff, it's both 17, in Calgary, Lethbridge, and Medicine Hat 18, and over in southern Saskatchewan, it's 19 in Kindersley, 15 in Yorkton, 17 in Swift Current, 16 in Estevan, and 18 in Moose Jaw and Regina. Tonight in North Battleford, it's going to get down to plus 3. It's going to be a clear night, and that wind is going to be blowing at 19 kilometers an hour. So a little bit of a breezier night. I bet that plus 3 will maybe feel a little bit cooler, maybe a little bit closer to 0 with that wind. Now tonight in Cold Lake, it's going to be plus 4, mainly clear. Once again, that wind blowing, just under 20 kilometers an hour at 17. So I'm sure that plus 4 maybe will feel a little bit closer to 0. It'll be kind of just hovering around that mark. And once again, very similar in Lloyd. I guess just kind of sweeps through the region, all very similar nights. Plus 3 with once again that wind hovering just under that plus 20, or not plus 20, that 20 kilometer an hour mark. Now taking a look at some other temperatures, a little bit warmer elsewhere overnight than what we have in Meadow Lake. It's plus 6 tonight, Bonnyville 5, Provost and Paradise Hill both at 3, and Isla Cross at 9. All mainly clear nights with a few clouds darting through some of those night skies. Now, some more temperatures throughout the region. These ones are a little bit cooler. In Murnum, it's +4 tonight, Pierceland +5, and Unity, Wainwright, and Calgary all at +2, and all very similar night skies, mostly clear, with maybe just a few clouds darting around here and there. Now, taking a look at our 7-day forecast, we do have quite a warm week ahead, with Sunday being the only real bump in the road, and we will be getting rain to make up for it. That'll be a high of 8, but tomorrow we got a nice high of 21 before it progressively warms up throughout the weekend. We're going to be a week from today at +25, so it's nice that we're getting this nice sunshine and we're getting these warm temperatures. It really does feel like spring has sprung heading into the end of April, and now we're about to head into May.
Yes, it kind of feels like maybe summer is a little on the horizon. Looking at that +25 next Friday.
I'm hoping so. I hope you didn't jinx it, though.
We'll see what happens, but that is all the time we have today for Primetime Local News. Thank you for watching. Have a great weekend.